back into the buzz with Alex, Jason, and Keith.
Hey, welcome back. This is something that affects men and women, affecting their personal and professional lives.
We're talking about hair loss, and there's a new option for people that doesn't require surgery or rugs on top of their head. And joining us to talk about the procedure, called cosmetic hair replication, is Darren Gare from Good Look Inc. and Dave Miller, who is a client. Good morning, guys.
Morning.
Morning. Right off the bat, Darren, your company, I'll call you Cuz. Hey, Cuz, how are you? We're bald guys together.
Exactly.
It specializes, you call it cosmetic hair replication. But we described it earlier as it's kind of like tattooing your head.
Well,
that was the tagline you were given. Explain or debunk that.
okay, well, there are basically three different types. There's permanent cosmetic makeup for women. So if you think about that, it's not permanent. It does fade over time.
All right.
I know that women have had eyebrows. They, have had their eyebrows done before.
Right, and then the UV rays will actually fade that over time, and then they get that done again. And then there's the tattooing, which is carving. You're carving into your body and shading in different colors and so forth. This is impressions to look like a hair follicle, so it's not quite as deep and it's not quite as shallow. It's kind of in between.
Is it permanent?
It is permanent. It's the implementation of pigment into the dermis. So by definition, yes, that's what you got. But in reality, you're not getting that tattoo. You're not getting the blood. You're not having the bandages when you leave. It's done. You walk out. There's no blood. There's none of that.
Okay, so Dave, we have video of when the process was done on you. And first of all, I guess, what does it feel like?
What does it feel like?
Yeah, what does it feel like?
Well, people ask me that question all the time. It seems to be the first question that people ask when they find out that I've gotten this done. And my response is always, that we're not using a feather, we're not using a paintbrush to paint it on. So there is a certain amount of discomfort, but it's like anything else. You focus on the results. I work
like
out.
A numbing cream or anything applied, or?
Well, they try not to use that because it does have an effect on how the skin accepts the pigment. So they don't do that.
It's like a pinch? Is that how
it's kind of like a pinch. There are certain areas of your head that can be that are a little bit more uncomfortable than other areas, but for the most part, it's really not a big deal. The people that have had tattoos say this hurts less.
Which would make sense.
Yeah.
It would make sense.
People have actually fallen asleep while it's being done.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And my favorite comment ever was the gentleman said, you know what, I don't care what it feels like. If I lost my arm and I could have my arm back and I could have my peace of mind, and we say P-E-A-C-E, the hair piece,
yeah.
the end result is worth it because it's a lifetime, one day and done, and that's the way they feel. And then they walk out with that confidence that they don't think about it anymore.
Now, Dave, you had it done several months ago.
April 15th.
April 15th. You're pleased with the results so far?
Absolutely.
Gone through the summer?
Yes.
Gone through burns and tans and everything else?
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's literally no maintenance. I put sunblock on my head before I got the procedure done, and I continue to put sunblock on my head after I got the procedure done, and that is the extent of the maintenance.
Okay. And Darren, you have had the treatment as well, so why don't you, let's take a look at your before and after pictures.
Well, what's nice about this is you can see I have a hairline in the front and the side everywhere, so I have kind of a woman's hair loss, because I have this nice strong hairline in the front, but I was very, very thin throughout the top of my head. And so it works for people who have no hairline whatsoever. It also works for people who have very thin hair. It gives that full look head of hair, and it's an illusion. I mean, look, if you look in my head, does it look like a full-looking head of hair?
Yeah.
If you touch
here,
it, if you touch it,
I'm going to touch your head.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it does.
No difference. It's 100% natural.
Okay, how does this, on women, have you had a lot of success in treating women as well?
Yes, on our website we actually have a woman before and after. We had people flying from Brazil, that have come in because they saw the report about us, and then somebody told somebody that told somebody, and then they're flying up to see us. And women, it thickens that look, because most women have really thin hair. They don't lose their hairline like myself. They have the front hairline, but it's thin. They walk out one day, done.
And how much does something like this cost?
It ranges from, like, scars. For people who have hair transplants, they really like to get their scars done. That's what we focus on a lot of in the beginning. It can be as low as $500, upwards to around $40, $200, $100, and then there's the very, very rare occasions for universal totalis. That means a whole head that we're doing. That's twice as much usually, because we're doing twice as much.
That would make sense. All right, guys. Darren, Dave, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Very good. For more information on the cosmetic hair replication treatment, you want to log on to goodlookinc.com.